Sound test mic, sound check. Yo, hello guys, and welcome again to this edition of Learning with Rich. So, in this topic, we are going to continue our discussion about the annotations part of the examination. So, we will be discussing the dimensioning. So, again, this is in preparation of the Revit MEP Certified Professional Examination. All right, so let's get started. So let's say we are going to put some dimension in this model here. So I'm going to show you how to put dimension. Okay, so as you can see, this model is familiar. This is actually the model that I have used last time when I do the sanitary and plumbing exercise. Now this time I'm going to put some dimension and we're going to explore some options. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this plumbing fixture here, this one. And then the first thing that you will notice is you will notice that there's a dimension here. So this dimension is actually a temporary dimension. So temporary dimension means if you're going to click outside, it will disappear, right? Or if you're going to escape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and then I'm going to change the dimension of this. So let's say I want this 2 feet. Okay, so you can change the temporary dimension by selecting the element, and then you can change the temporary dimension. So let's say you want 2 feet, so you just need to type 2. You don't need to specify the symbol of the feet because if you are going to check your units command, the unit is already in feet. So every time you key in a number or a dimension, automatically the Revit will read it as a feet. So that's why if you want to key in 100 millimeters, so you need to key in 100 mm. Okay, but if you just want to type 2 feet, you can just type 2. Okay, because the default unit is already in feet and inches. Okay, so I'm going to select the dimension. I'm going to select the plumbing fixture and then I'm going to select the temporary dimension here. And then I'll just type 2 for 2 feet. So 2 and then you just need to press enter. Okay, and then as you can see, it already changed. Now the next thing that we are going to do is, since that is a temporary dimension, in case you want to make that temporary dimension permanent, what you can do is you can click again you can click again the fixture and then you click this little icon here. Okay, so as you can see, it says make this temporary dimension permanent. So you can click this icon and you just escape. Then you will notice it's now permanent. Then you can now already select that dimension and then you can drag that uh, to change the location or rearrange. Okay, so now that this is already permanent dimension, you actually have here an option if you want to padlock it. Okay, so the distance from this wall to this plumbing fixture, it will become locked if you're going to, it will become fixed if you're going to lock it. But anyway, we are going to do that later on. So what we are going to do next is, after we place this dimension, so we'll be placing the dimensions also to the remaining plumbing fixtures here. So to do that, you actually have an option here. You can click this tool here, align dimension, or you can go to annotate and then you can use these tools to put dimension. But I'm going to show you a shortcut for that. So if you want to place a dimension, okay, so what you can do is you just need to select the dimension here and then there's an option here, witness line. So there's an option here, edit witness lines. Okay, so you can select that, just click, and then as you can see, it's now continuous. Okay, so I can now click somewhere here to place the dimension. I place one here, place one here, place one here, and I'm going to place one here. And then in case you're going to terminate your witness line or the dimension, so all you have to do is to click outside. Anywhere you can put it, you can click to this side, you can click to this side. Okay, so it's up to you. Right. Then the next thing that we are going to do is let's try to lock it. Okay, so I'm going to lock the dimension. So I'm going to click this dimension, and according to my guide here, I need to lock this portion here. So I'm going to lock this, and then I'm going to change the dimension. So let's say, for example, I have changed my mind. I do not want this dimension to be the distance from the center line of this plumbing fixture to this wall. So I want to change this dimension. So you cannot just simply double click this and then change the value. If you're going to double click that, it will just change the it will just change the dimension text, but it will not actually change the actual measurement. So let's say you can just override it if you want, but the actual dimension will not be changed. Pwedeng paisaksak. Pasaksak. Okay, so we are not going to do this one. We do not want to override the text. What we want is we want to change the distance of this to this wall. Okay, so what you can do is instead of double clicking this using the dimension text, so what you can do is you need to select the dimension, I mean the plumbing fixture first. So you click the plumbing fixture, and then you will notice it becomes temporary dimension, right? And then that's the time you can now click this dimension here, and then you can change now the value. So the value that we will be using here is, let's say I want this to be 1 foot and 6 inches. So you can type 1 space 6. So again, the Revit will read it as 1 foot and 6 inches. So you just need to press enter. There you go. So yeah, let's just remove the constraint first. Right, and then you can now click outside. So as you can see, it's now changed. Right, so let's say I also want to change the distance of this plumbing fixture to this plumbing fixture. So instead of selecting this one, okay, you need to select this one, this plumbing fixture here. You click that, and then you change here the temporary dimension. So what's the value? The value that I'm going to use is 5 feet. So I'm just going to type 5, enter. I'll just remove the constraint. Right, then I'm just going to align this plumbing fixture. So I go to modify, align, align here, align here, align here, align here. There you go. So next, I am going to change also the dimension of this one to this one to this one. Okay, and then the distances is 3 feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this, and then I change this one to 3 feet. Right, so again, you just need to type 3. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. So I'm gonna click the temporary dimension. So it's 3 feet and 6 inches. Enter. There you go. Okay. So now that I have changed the dimensions of my plumbing fixtures to each other, so what I'm going to do is, let us try to explore the lock option here. Okay, so there's a lock here. So let's say I'm going to lock this one. Then I'm going to lock this one. I'm going to lock this. I'm going to lock this. So what will happen is the distance, for example, of this plumbing fixture to this wall, it will be fixed to 2 feet. Same with this dimension here. The 3 feet, this one will become fixed. This one can be changeable, okay, because it's not locked. Right, so by the way, let us put some dimensions. I'm going to put a dimension from here to here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one, align dimension. Just click that. Right, then let's click from here. 1, 2, and I just click here. There you go. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the value of this one. So let's say I want to make this 19 feet. All right, 19 feet. So for me to be able to do that, I need to select the element that is attached to this dimension. Okay, so what you can do is, since I want to select the wall here, so you need to press your tab for you to be able to cycle the selection and eventually to select the wall. Right, so to do that, you hover your pointer and then you just need to press your tab. And then as you can see, it's now selecting the wall that we need. Okay, the reason why we are selecting this wall because this dimension is attached to that wall. So I hover my pointer and then press tab. And then once it highlights, you just need to click that. Then you will notice your permanent dimension here will again becomes temporary dimension. Thus, it will enable you to change the dimension. So you just need to click that. And then let's say you want 19 feet, then you just type 19 and then you just need to press enter. There you go. And then you will notice, so I'm going to press escape, only this portion here, only this dimension change. Why? Because this one is unlocked, but the rest of the dimension here all remain the same. All right. So basically, that's how the lock tool in dimensioning works. Okay, so the next thing that you need to understand is in one of the question during the examination, there is this question wherein it will ask you to delete a dimension from a dimension string. So let's say you want to remove this. Okay, so let's say you want to delete this one, this dimension. So that is one of the question during the examination. So to do that, what you can do is you just need to hover your pointer to the dimension that you want to delete, and then you just need to press your tab, and then once it highlights, you just need to click that, and then you can delete. That's it. Easy as that. Okay. So basically, that's how you do it. All right. So that's it for our exercise on dimensioning. The question on the examination is not that difficult. Okay, this is more difficult, but the question on the examination, you can easily do that. Okay, so again, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, just put it on the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, thank you for watching.